Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, donde quiera que estás en el mundo. Soy AWD Turbo Guy junto con Kim. Kim, ¿cómo estás este día? We're in Miami! We're in Miami! Yes! Yeah, well, as we know, Kim has been going through a very traumatic moment in his life, as everybody else has in the UK, as they lost their grandma. This is the second time FRS has made multiple visits to one nation. We had Italy in Season 4 when we had Imola on the calendar as well, where we saw LC Fighter get his first win. Some action zones we got, Turn 11. I don't know, well, I don't even know if this has any corner names, but, you know, it's around Hard Rock Stadium, yada yada. All that stuff. Turn 17, going to be another action zone, I assume, after the long DRS straight, after we run up underneath the different highway changes. But looking at the tires, we got hards, 1.3 seconds slower per lap, 0.7 seconds slower per lap for the mediums and the softs. Going to be the fastest. I have no idea about tire wear, as it's the first time that we will have been racing here in Miami. And we won't even take a look at the standings. I assume LC Fighter is still winning, even though he's retired as well. But speaking of retirement, we have some people coming out of retirement for a one-off appearance. Take a look at that. Nemesis and MJ Povey coming back out of their retirement from their old age. Yes, they're quite interesting characters. I never know when they're going to be racing or not. You know, they just kind of pick and choose as they're I guess as you win enough championships, you can just kind of pick and choose when you show up. I guess there is no really good representative equivalent in real F1 other than some old dude. I can't remember who. Anyways, you guys get the gist. They're back. We're in Miami. Traffic's out. And it's going to be a interesting qualifying session, assuming no red flags, like last weekend that we all remember. Definitely. Yeah, it was a very standard weekend, as we have yellow flags already out with people playing mind games there back. But we're right on board with Quimulus, who's the first one across the start-finish line to set a proper flying lap, and yes, that is... Yep, and then Lawrence, it looks like he's on a flying lap, puts in a purple sector 1 as he's the first one across that line. But quickly taken away by somebody else. So Salmon Mania, interestingly, extremely close to the back of Lawrence, maybe opting for the toe, but I'd imagine with the type of corners that this circuit has that you'd rather opt for downforce throughout the entirety of the lap rather than the toe like you would, say, Monza.
We get out the grid for tomorrow, so that's something. It's taking long enough. Miami is just such a... It's just such a tight circuit. I think the AWS statistics say that we've got a 100% chance of a safety car or virtual safety car during the race, and with these group of drivers, I think it's up to 200%. In fact,
yep.
They'll find a wall on the straight. You could drive in a straight line, and they'll be speeding off into the barriers. Lawrence can be the first one to cross the line. Who knows how good that time is?
It's P1 for the two drivers that have crossed now, so that's fantastic, right? As looks like a Williams is going to be crossing the line next, of MJ Povey possibly? No, the other Williams of Stanier, who dove into the pits because they invalid their lap time. So the Ferrari of QX Nemesis, the retiree, coming out and with an
Cryptic,
interesting time for someone of his caliber. But yes, Cryptic taking provisional pole by half a second. Again, no idea what any of this means.
Well, Povey's about to cross the line, so that'd be a good sample point. He's going to cross the line and go 7th. 8th.
Okay, so it looks like
right.
Either Cryptic and Lawrence have some kind of hacks, or Povey and Nemesis probably should just go back to retiring, not even join the race.
Yeah, that's just their level. That's just their level now.
Yes.
Beans going across the line. Can he get in front of the Povey? Yeah,
Indeed he does. Wow, right behind. Well, I say right behind. Half a second behind. QX Nemesis as our Canadian brother picking up provisional P3. Queasy Pluto, the spin master himself. Taking
put a set of hards on, but it'll be fine. He'll be starting on the front row with a set of hards on. There's Nemesis around, but obviously this is in that, or I presume this is in that anyway. You'd be lucky to spin here without finding the barriers of some kind.
Yeah, we saw Quimbulus spin early on, and he spun in that one part of the track where there's so much runoff. So, but yeah, that's about it. Everywhere else it's extremely tight. Even even in at least Baku, you have the runoffs in the different corners, but here I don't really think there is. I think there's just walls. So that will also be interesting for these guys.
Big walls.
Yeah. Oh yeah, as we're riding on board with Simply Mango, who is on a flying lap, but seems to have their ERS not either depleted or yeah, well, I guess we can cut to onboard. Oh no, it's done. Yeah, they have no ERS, so they must have had it activated in their out lap, and they crossed the line for P13 with a time that might be respectable here, because look at MJ Povey all the way down in P11 outside the points.
Yeah, he's never been a good driver, Povey, and this is just showing it. He's fluked his way into a few championship wins.
Yeah,
Now they're coming biting back.
I'm starting to believe all those PC drivers when they talk about that it was a fraud championship. All those that Povey has won. I mean, it's very apparent now here looking at his qualifying result for his first flying lap. So
yeah. Sistania is just always terrible. He just missed the apex completely into turn one, just driven straight on basically. He pitted on his first flying lap, so that's clearly struggling to get used to the Miami track.
Oh, massive understeer through these chicanes. Oh, that was. Oh, this is
terrible.
This is quite an interesting setup from Stanier in the Williams. Man, maybe.
Put him to one side and just get out the car. This is useless.
This is something else. This is.
Still beat Povey.
This is kind of tough to watch. Let's see. Maybe it's set up a little bit better through the slow speed sections. There we go. That's what we're talking about. But as soon as you go over about 60 miles an hour, then it's just ruined.
It is best.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, that was actually fantastic through that tricky chicane that we've seen even some of the professionals struggle with. So.
He's put full track control on half the field.
It's possible. It's possible as he comes up to one of the 3 DRS zones. Can I get a 4? Can I get a 4, anyone? 3 DRS zones here at this track.
I'm sure we can fit one in.
Probably. I mean, we already have one in the weird corner in Sector 2, in the middle of Sector 2. But, yeah, Stanier coming up, crosses the line, and goes right behind his teammate.
Just so close. Nearly beat the champion from 2 seasons and onwards ago.
Yeah, I think it was just more of a sign of respect, you know. You see everyone else P10 and above.
His next find.
Indeed he is. Oh yeah, and it's looking good, I guess, as I haven't even pulled up the lap data. There we go, as we can take a look at their sector times as they're coming up to the sector split now. It looks pretty stable from the different trackside cameras that we're getting here, as he's going to cross there and improve by a 10th as MJ Povey's retired.
He is past.
As I try and... Is it Quimbulus who's going to pass him? No?
Something.
The Haas driver of Cryptic will pass... Oh, Cryptic!
Easy.
Cryptic almost lost it as well, as we see Povey facing the wrong way there.
They're dying sympathy.
Wow. And Povey, wow. The Welshman blaming it on Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II. Interesting PR call there from him, as it looks like we are dropping incredible frame rates in the stream. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to keep pushing on. I got it saved locally, so...
Oh, Lawrence
very
absolutely shot the apex there. He's going to be close.
He does improve. My, oh my. 3/10 behind our provisional pole sitter, Cryptic, who is also on a flying lap, currently coming up to that big long DRS zone through Sector 3. And I gotta say, I mean, I obviously haven't driven this track, so I don't know, but is it worth looking at picking up a tow here? Or is it similar to
this track either? So we're just two useless people talking about this track.
Well,
We're
all
not
right then.
qualified for this job.
Yeah, we are the right ones to be making these calls
We're
here, I guess.
frauds. We're frauds.
Yeah. As Cryptic heads into the pits and doesn't even complete their flying lap, as we see Queasy Pluto warming up their tires there, and we'll cut to
Towards the end of
Quimulus.
his lap.
Okay, we'll cut to Issei there.
Oh,
Indeed.
Quimulus into P6.
Ooh, big jump from the Mercedes drivers. Of course, he hadn't set a lap time, but that's a pretty respectable one from Quimulus normally.
Oh, he's done an Issa. Oh, right at the end of the lap. Nemesis is going to meet him. Luckily, it's ghosted, so Nemesis is going to get the end of his lap. Can he improve? Well, hopefully he can improve.
Oh, cuts majorly right at the
Validated.
end. Oh boy.
Oh, what a disaster.
Nearly a whole second improvement there, and he just decides to invalidate in the very final corner there.
Our only current champions, Div 1 champions on the grid are having just a stinker of a session.
Yeah, that's a big bummer for them, but exciting because that leaves a new person to, dare I say it, be crowned champion over here in Xbox. Or is that
It'd be a
offensive?
miracle of any of them getting that.
But yes, our current championship leader, LC Fighter, out for this session as he's busy throwing orange flares on track in Monza, celebrating Max not even starting on pole, so I'm sure he's also crying at the same time as well.
LC down, you know.
Yeah. Big disappointment from one championship leader to the other, I guess. So I guess that's what happens when LC takes the day off. So does Verstappen, as we're riding on board with Hobbs fan Nick, who also seems to be low on ERS. So I wonder if this track just kind of eats up your battery and you have to manage it.
He's on a win lap.
I am. Yes, indeed he is. So looking at somebody who's on an outlet. Nemesis isn't Lima Bean.
Simply Mango, I think I think Lima Bean's down. Oh no, Lima Bean's up. I don't know if Lima Bean's up or down. Is he even on lap?
It looked like he was. Man, these cars are just picking up massive understeer. We saw this again last time out last weekend, which of course we raced in Great Britain. That's what it was. So yeah,
Great British Race.
I think it's just the English race. That's where we just kind of saw the true characteristics of these new cars, just having massive understeer. As we're riding on board with Stanya right now, as they are on a flying lap currently.
Yeah, who knows where this can end up? Which barrier? Oh my god.
A second and a half? My goodness, through the first sector.
Right.
I think Cryptic and Lawrence have finally leaked the grip hacks that they were hogging up there in provisional P1 and P2 on the front row there, and given it to Stanier out of sympathy for him losing his teammate there on his outlap. Very uncharacteristic of Povey.
This is Povey driving.
That might be it.
When Stanier suspiciously puts it on to P1, I'm just gotta sit 1.7.
Oh my goodness! You gotta be kidding me. Oh, he actually is. Honestly,
He's
looking
well.
at provisional pole here.
128.2.
He's coming up to traffic though. Hopefully the traffic's gonna get out of his way.
Oh, that was a bit slow out of that corner. Is he still going to be 1.7 up on his lap as he heads to the start-finish line?
Sure. Okay, we're good. We're back recording again. Lost a little bit of disk space, I guess. But anyways, yeah, strategy, Kim. What is it? What's the strategy around this track here?
Like I said, we're not qualified for this. I don't know the strategy, neither do you.
I mean, if you're Queasy Pluto, you take hards and then go to mediums, probably. But if you're anybody else, I don't know, and I am disappointed because I am seeing very few clouds in the sky, and what a bummer. I was hoping for a wet race. As we know, the Florida weather, we've seen it in NASCAR, well, really just the East Coast, the Southeast, gets all kinds of extreme weather this time of year.
So
But
right, if there's a red flag, we'll just say it's lightning delay. There's been lightning in the area.
boy, oh boy. Oh wait, oh yeah, somebody did ready up with not enough time now, I guess. That makes sense.
They're
So
doing great.
yeah, I was gonna say I was surprised to see the countdown, but do we have a? We do have a warm-up lap this time around, as we look at the tires. Oh, everybody opting for the Queasy Pluto strategy, it appears, which is kind of interesting because, well, I'd imagine there's going to be an early safety car with these barriers and these drivers. So I probably would have opted for the softs.
There's no one starting on softs. There's 2 medium runners and that's it. Everyone else on hards. That is pretty spectacular. So watch out for Quimbolus and Lima Bean at the start. The only 2 on the medium tyres. They're looking to get a quick getaway. I imagine tyre wear is a problem around here.
Yeah, with how medium speed these corners are, high speed these corners are. Yeah, they're probably going to be eating at that rubber. And of course, being a anti-clockwise circuit, as you guys say over there, it's going to affect the right side more than the left side. So yeah, that's also something else that we're going to have to look out for. Of course, we're going to have to be very detailed looking at the graining, the tire wear, all that kind of good stuff. As we are expert analysis and analysts.
We're so unqualified. We should be relieved of our duties immediately. Someone take this away from us.
How did we get here?
We need help.
How did we get here? Oh, there's a car round
I didn't even know.
of Queasy Pluto, it appears. They're still round.
He's just warming his tyres up.
Yeah, I like that warming up of the tire strategy, and there appears to be a lot of wear on those rear tires as he's doing a bit of overtaking now.
Yeah, why not?
That's lovely stuff. Why not
There's
throw?
nothing wrong with overtaking in a formation lap. Trust me, I used to first by the first corner.
That is one thing you are qualified to talk about there. Your formation laps have been spectacular throughout the seasons past.
Well, now we get to watch them all get disqualified fighting on the grizz.
Alright, so who's going to spin around here as Quimbolus gets dangerously close with contact with somebody else? Is anybody facing the wrong way wound? I'm kind of disappointed that nobody is.
Cryptic's parked his car to the right. He's pointed his car to the right, so he's going to be looking to block Lawrence in one.
Ooh, yeah. Wow, that is very aggressive from Cryptic. Man, you can definitely see as looks like Alfredo and Salmon Mania are disqualified. So they're going to be starting on extremely cold tires. So we have 5 red lights. We're looking at Cryptic and how much he's going to try and come over and cut off. Boom, like you called it, immediately cutting off Lawrence. Well, never mind. He loses 2 places in the opening stage there.
Easy. Oh, Salmon is a 5-second time, but it was a severe collision.
Oh, and there's someone else spinning around in the background, and it looked like
Issa and Povey as well. Povey and Nemesis.
Nemesis. Oh my goodness.
What's going on?
Nemesis having front wing damage as well. Oh boy.
That's
Somehow.
what you least expect. Or Anissa.
Yeah. Somehow no safety car from that or virtual safety car. So.
They got away with it.
But looking back at the
I'm
front,
not sure on damage.
yeah, Nemesis was the only one. It looked like who picked up any kind of damage. But looking at the front, Lawrence got that whole shot on Cryptic, even though we saw them have that aggressive starting box set up there. But yeah, MJ Povey looking to do a last to first challenge again, as he seems to be going a little bit slow. Not sure if that's damage or just lack of talent, perhaps, as he's coming through there in that tricky chicane.
Just likely talent. A lot of these have talent issues. Cryptic's got a great run into the far corner. He's going to get this overtake done. He's going to retake leads that he lost on the first corner.
Ooh. Is Lawrence gonna be able to fight back here?
Lawrence is going to get a good run. Back DRS though.
Oh boy, it is
Quite looking good
close. Blocking up the inside.
We got Quimbless spin around. He's just recovering now. Alfredo's speeding into the pit lane. They always do it. Nemesis in the pit lane. Maybe he got some damage. Oh no, he's retired.
Well, it was a valiant effort from
Yeah.
from
We'll see him
Nemesis.
next year.
Yeah. I'm sure he's popping off in the chat, but I don't
It was
have
a
it
good
pulled
run.
up right now. Yeah, nice job, Nemesis. You did okay. Not really. Well, you kind of died in that first corner, but it's a tasty battle at the front here, and Hobbs Van Nick and his teammate Henius Lime in the Alfa Romeos are sticking close to these front runners here. Really, actually, all the way down to Queasy Pluto as he has a look up the inside of Lima Bean. And Queasy
Queasy was
Pluto.
around in the first corner.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Well,
he had a epic comeback
I'm
here.
sure he's got it. Well, Povey's in 10th and he was dead on the first corner, so he's under a bit of attack from his second controller.
I'd imagine that Sam's not. Oh, I said he wasn't gonna go for it, but he was having a little peeksy weeksy there as there's that battle up ahead. Oh, Povey! Oh!
He definitely hit the wall, but I think he might have got away with damage. But he's going to lose position to Quimbless as well.
Oh man! And
It's the lack of talent coming out again.
it's hard to tell too, as Issei picking up a 5-second penalty.
He's probably giving up.
Yep,
Yeah,
there we
he's
go. All right. So it's
dead. Got a
become
car in the wall there.
a race of attrition here, and man, oh man,
So he's dropped, hasn't he? He's last.
second to last, penultimate to last. Is that how you would say that? But he's
Sorry.
still close, with the Povey ahead there. So it seems like we have Salmon Mania, Captain Clapjack, and are just kind of on their own, doing their own thing. And then we have a battle for P8 unfolding here as, oh my word, Simply Mango and Quimbulus really going at it here.
Yeah, he's not just any old Mango.
Oh! I heard some kind of crunching happening there.
Yeah, they're banging.
Everybody's just...
That was dodgy.
They are trying the overtakes.
Crushes.
Oh,
Oh, this is incredible. What's going on? They're just banging. They're just banging, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
they're showing where you are not supposed to overtake. As this has helped out Stanier actually to be able to pull out ahead as MJ Povey goes up the inside of Quimbulus there. And now Quimbulus is battling with his teammate as Simply Mango is continuing to hit the wall behind them there. Man, oh man.
Banging.
I say we come back to Miami all the time, and with a little bit of rain here and there. I would not mind that one bit. As, ooh, who was that got a little bit squirrely there? One of the Mercedes drivers I saw off the track. Probably Quimbulus, if I had to guess. Looking at the gaps.
Also close.
We'll take a brief look at the front here. Lawrence and Cryptic still battling for first, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
boring,
just
all that kind of stuff. But we're
Sitting
cutting...
DRS.
We're gonna cut back to this battle for these final points paying positions. You'd think that these guys are fighting for the championship here, like it was Abu Dhabi of 2021 or something. But
This on crazy put on Povey here. He's got an incredible run. He's just gonna go, thank you, Mr. Washed Up Champion.
with that
him
DRS
off.
too, making it easy.
And that is an overtake.
That is how it's done. Just get some DRS and you're passing Sebastian Vettel or Michael Schumacher and or Shoemaker for the for P9, getting one extra point. So congrats to Queasy Pluto there for the time being, as they put in a purple sector too. They're no surprise with that DRS and probably burning up all the ERS that they had. But is he's looking to make a move on Povey's teammate now, Stanier. And is he going to be able to get it done? Ooh, Stanier looking for the switchback. Oh, it's so close. It's so close.
Crazy player. He's in hard while Stanley engages the nitros there. That's fast.
Wow.
Oh, and he's got a horrible exit.
Oh,
though.
yes, indeed he
This is
did.
not where you want to go side by side.
Oh, and this is just
This is sexy driving.
this is allowing their teammates to
And
stay
bang.
with them as well. And it makes you wonder too. Is
One hand.
Ooh.
Toby's got one hand on one controller, one hand on the other controller. He doesn't know who should be in front.
Oh man, this is interesting. It's weird to see these guys battling in these positions on the grid, but it's good. I'm happy to see it, as we can see Quimbulus now wanting to join with those medium tires that he has fitted on his car right now. This is so good. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I'm just watching this. This is very entertaining and hard to commentate on because, man. Oh, wait. We have somebody else entering this contention of Captain Clapjack now.
Mixing with the big dogs.
Well, big dogs in Povey, but yeah. So, Queasy Pluto,
Sorry, yeah.
Povey, Povey 2, and Quimbulus. But yes, indeed, you're right. Is Povey getting so close on the back of his teammate there,
Yeah.
or his other controller there, as they're going to come across the start-finish line yet again to duke it out for another lap. Man, we're only 6 laps in, but it feels like we've been going at it for such a long time with how close this gap has been.
Kill me.
Oh, so close. And then we see Captain Clapjack getting so close to the back of Quimbulus there. But, yeah, Quimbulus just using that tire advantage to be able to stay ahead for the time being. I'm kind of surprised to see Quimbulus this far down with the tires that he has. So maybe he has some... Oh, as he runs wide there. But, yeah, with that tire advantage, I would have expected him to be up a bit higher, probably leading this pack. In all honesty, because we look at who else was it that had the medium tires? Was it Heaney and Slime? It was Lima Bean. We see Lima Bean, who started even further back than Quimbulus, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
The problem is with all these battles, just look at the gaps it's created.
Ooh,
Like,
yeah.
Crazy Pluto is 7.5 seconds away from Sam and Mania. So they're all fighting around, but they're just losing time to cars in front.
Yeah, but Queasy is gonna be able to get DRS and be able to pull a little bit further away. See him now. Ooh, I think that early braking from Salmon Mania really caught Queasy Pluto off guard there, as we have a little bit of a trade here. We mentioned Lima Bean there, getting a move done on
Into P4.
Oh!
I don't know. I think he got away with it. But
Oh,
I think he might still be intact.
yeah, I don't see any end plates missing, so that was a little bit of a heartbreaker there.
No.
A little skip of the heartbeat, but man, you can see it there on that track map. We have these little tripods now. What was it? Little pods, I guess, of 3 forming up now.
Yeah, sure.
Lawrence and Cryptic still battling in the front. I say battling. I feel like Lawrence is just kind of hanging on to the back of Cryptic.
Crazy Pluto's got an incredible run. Yeah, Crazy Pluto's into P6. The problem with Crazy Pluto is, since everyone's on the hards, this was the strategy. He just starts on the hards. So now everyone's doing it. So it's just down to pure pace for him now. He should have started on the mediums to go for the ultimate strategy.
Ooh, Salmon Mania had a little bit of a mistake there, heading up to that chicane, but he was able to kind of.
When he got Andre Povey behind him.
Yeah, I was gonna say with how narrow it was, Povey didn't really have anywhere to go to overtake him. So Povey using what's remaining of his ERS. Salmon Mania outbraking him.
Oh, he's gone too deep into the corner.
Way too
That will be
deep.
an overtake for MJ, probably.
Man, oh man. And that's, as you pointed out earlier, they're now 3 seconds ahead, of that battle there for P6. So that's really, this battling is kind of, like you said, spread out the field some. And Hobbs Van Nick is just casually cruising in P3 right now, but still have a little bit of a ways to go. We still have strategies to be called and pits to have been made, as we see Stanier taking a very interesting line there. as Henius Lime has left the session, and Stanier is continuing to. Wait, I swear I saw him cutting the track, but he has no time penalties whatsoever. Henius Lime's left now, so that's going to allow.
He gets an alternate version of the track, unfortunately.
Yeah, so the Alfa Romeos, we're looking good. Hopefully Henius Lime can get back in here to keep this battling going there as we continue to push on.
The lead gaps obviously increase because Lawrence is actually out of DRS range of Cryptic.
Yeah, and I wonder if Cryptic is going to capitalize on that and try and push even further ahead to make sure that he stays out of it.
Yeah. Now the time is go time. He's got himself out DRS range. Now make sure Lawrence doesn't get back into it. The on-track battles are kind of mellowing out, but Stanley is going to go side by side with Captain Clapjack. He's going to push him out over. They banged a little bit, but that should be the overtake. It looks like.
Yeah, for now is.
Yeah, I doubt
Clapjack
is going to make much of a friend to turn one.
Ooh, yep. He just kind of hangs out. Indeed, yep. As these guys are taking some very interesting lines, but I'm no expert, so I don't know what a good line is around here. I can just see when
I don't even know what track this is.
I think we're racing in Kansas. No? Ooh!
Oh, my.
Oh, boy.
They are taking different lines.
I think we can say that's that's like a NASCAR or IndyCar kind of line where you just go as.
They extrude the track from this line. Yeah, that is a proper tribute. But this is the closest on track battle. Stanley's not really pulled away.
No, he hasn't. But I don't think Captain Clapjack's
breaking into the corners.
Yeah, Captain Clapjack just isn't really used to that DRS. It seems. It seems like he's getting caught off guard by how much extra speed he has.
Oh, Stanley, that's really wide. It's that wide. He can't get
Finally, we saw him taking all those lines off track.
That is. This is a run.
Ooh.
He's going to be a threat into the final corner. Can he get him stuck around the outside?
Gonna outbrake who here?
It was.
Oh.
Stanley's left.
Well, there's that. Oh boy.
He couldn't hack it.
Oh, and his AI
the
seemed to get a little bit squirrely there. As Henius Lime as well still hasn't joined, but Lima Bean hasn't really made too much of progress. Starting to wonder if those medium tires are now starting to die. As indeed Queasy Pluto now is running up to the back of Lima Bean, and I think this will probably be the next battle that we'll have to watch, as Stanier's AI is actually still battling with Captain Clapjack.
When they start, the AI start. Didn't the AI come like 5th last week or something? It was something stupid.
I think that's right. That sounds about right. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, it was.
No, yeah, someone did.
Was it Alfredo? I don't know, but Queasy Pluto in the DRS range now of Lima Bean and MJ Povey not too far behind. This battle for P5 now, as they're all trying to catch up to the back of that Henius Lime, who's ghosted currently. And if Lima Bean if he can find 8/10, he might be able to actually hold on to that P5 with the help of DRS and kind of form a DRS train to that AI of Henius Lime ahead there.
Mm-hmm.
Queasy Pluto with the DRS too far back, and honestly that DRS zone is just a bit too short to really have anything happen. It's really just there to actually be what DRS was for, which was to help catch up for the different dirty air corners that we have coming up now, and where you'll drop back a little bit.
Sorry, he's done an incredible job to catch up to this. The 7 seconds is evaporated essentially, and he's already in DRS range. It's just the lead battle. It's exactly what we said Cryptic should do. He's got a DRS range. He's just gone. As Queasy Pluto is going to get a simple-ish overtake done here. Yeah, bit deep. I'm not sure how much Lima Bean can fight back.
He's fighting back, but yeah, I think those medium tires are just tapped out now. So it's just going to take a mistake from Queasy Pluto for him. I mean, we can.
Now he's got Povey coming from as well.
Yeah, and we can take a look too with this DRS zone that's coming up right about now, and see what's going to happen. But that, well, I was going to say it was going to neutralize Povey, but Povey's on a run here on Lima Bean without any kind of DRS. So those mediums might be done for.
He gets that done. And obviously, Queasy's approaching the ghost of line.
And indeed, Lima Bean into the pit. So those mediums, we saw it there unraveling. They were tapped out. Lima Bean not even able to get a good run out of the final corner heading into that final DRS zone. So he's opting for the pits. But yes, we're cutting to Queasy Pluto on the ghost of Henius Lime. As I say that, we'll cut back to Salmon Mania and Quimbulus. It looks like Quimbulus finally getting that move done. So we'll head back to Queasy Pluto, the other Mercedes drivers out on track, looking for that P4. Currently 10 seconds away from the bottom step of the podium. But we still have 17 laps to go.
Just
Not
an
even.
incredible run.
Yeah, it looks. And there you go.
What just an incredible recovery from Queasy.
Yeah, we saw him spin out, crash out. Not necessarily crash out, but facing the wrong way on corner, turn 1 or 2, something like that. And it's, yeah. I mean, this is kind of the Queasy Pluto that we've seen.
And Povey's, for his credit, having a good recovery as well. I mean, we don't like to admit it. His battery's depleted. But that's not a problem. You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, it's
He's...
Ooh, big lock up there from him.
Oh,
Oh!
not again, he's in a spin!
Oh no! Oh! What happened there?
Oh, and Heinous Land's ghost is still in DRS range. Captain Clapjack Stanley's been revived, but he's down in the 9th still. Heinous Lime's going to...
Speaking of revive,
make a
Heinous
revival
Lime.
as well. Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about really. I didn't see anything myself.
Yeah, I didn't because obviously
And then suddenly...
Povey's an admin, so he knows what the rules are and he follows them strictly to set a good example, of course. So
yeah, admins would never. It must have been a glitch.
Must have. I'm sure that it was an auto reset to track because the pit lane was, like a couple meters ahead or something like that. So yeah, that's probably what it was, even though he's on the other side of the track. It doesn't matter. We saw nothing. Snitches get stitches, and I'm not that guy.
Snitches get stitches and end up in ditches.
Exactly. Who wants that?
The snitches.
Lima Bean pitting coming out now, P12. So they have made their pit stop.
He's got hard on.
Gonna have to keep an eye out for Queasy Pluto to see when they're gonna get a hard on as well. Everybody else currently with hards on.
And
So
he's revived, and he's fighting with Salmon Mania. He
again
sticks it in there. It was.
Oh.
We've got 5-second time penalty spinning in the pit lane.
as we see Quimbulus coming
brutal.
into the pits now as well.
Oh, it's such a shame. Is karma a thing? No.
Well, what karma for what? What would karma?
For what? Yeah, nothing to talk about on for Povey. What karma? Yes, racing. Captain Flapjack is in little train.
Something to note. It looks like Quimbulus jumped Povey in the pits. So I don't know.
Wow.
I know that there's a new rule this season where you can, if you think you're going to be given a time penalty, you can serve it in the pits and then have it appealed post-race or something like that. So maybe that's what happened there. It seems like he held on to 5 seconds or so. I think that's the automatic when you get released, but that might be it. But yeah, that's very interesting to see Quimbulus go ahead and jump Povey in the pits by a significant margin too. as we cut to Captain
Stanley's
Clapjack
still
fighting with Stanier
still
and Salmon Mania.
wrapped up in a blanket. Salmon got a good exit, but he's going to be a bit vulnerable going into the final corner. Doesn't quite look like Stanley's got enough straight within him. He's going to move to the left.
Go defensive. I
Stanier
like this from
outside.
Salmon Mania. Oh, and he's right there side by side. Very respectable
Yeah,
racing
good
from him.
Oh no! I'm not a big fan of giving Stanley the outside there. It was
Yeah.
kind of led to him being drawn alongside, and then
It's-
it was oh my god! Out of nowhere.
Oh, but yeah, as you mentioned, yeah, interesting choice there from Salmon Mania, especially knowing that Stanier. Well, maybe he didn't know that Stanier was going to have the DRS, but yeah, I guess that's the one time where it's.
Not poor choice, but it is what it is. You made your bed, now you got to lie in it, and then you get rocket shipped into turn one. So.
Oh,
Captain Mania has got a brilliant run on Stanley here.
you know, have DRS too. Really be able to make something of it.
Not being the amount of battery, but yeah, it's just the battery here is just hindering him.
Yeah, definitely. As we can take a peeksy-weeksy at Stanier, not with as much battery either, but a lot more than Salmon Mania for the time being. As Captain Clapjack picking up a 3-second time penalty. So I guess now's the time to look at time penalties as well, and see how that's going to affect people later on in the race. Salmon Mania 5 seconds, because we saw him pick up that time penalty from that disastrous start that affected so many drivers. So he picked up that time penalty to get that front wing change there. And is he under threat from Captain Clapjack, who sends it from so far back?
Rocket ship.
Oh my word!
He's that bad, he's spinning. Yeah, the rocket ship himself. Salmon Mania is overtaking Stanier all of a sudden. I don't know what happened there. Someone must have made a little mistake.
And
suddenly the gap's 2 seconds.
is Lima Bean going to get a move done now on Captain Clapjack? Of course, Lima Bean having the fresher tires here.
Bang.
Ooh, Lima Bean having to cut off track there.
Povey is also. He's flying, he's got the fast lap of the race. Yeah, he's kind of stuck behind Mango at the moment. I wonder if he's going to take like a. You think he might go for an unorthodox dive into
Oh my
if he was
word!
thinking about it. He was 100% thinking about it. Just got a bit blocked, and it's going to get him on this pretty easy. On this
Oh, very
All the
easy.
DRS is activated.
An excellent run from Povey out of that final corner there. We saw it coming from a mile away, but yeah, Simply Mango just seems to be struggling with those hard tires
Race
there.
leader is into pit lane, and so does Lawrence.
Go ahead and pull up to see what
Pit lane.
we'll see what tires they opt for. I'd imagine it's going to be mediums to the end. I don't think the softs are going to go
Mediums.
that far.
Mediums.
Yeah, we can look at Alfredo and see if mediums or softs were the right call.
Also in the box.
Zay slap on mediums as well. No surprise there. As we'll
Very
cut
simple,
back to
hard, medium, hard.
Captain Clapjack with yet another send. Having to take
rocket ship himself.
as it looks like they're going to go into the pits now, as everybody is looking to go into the pits. Stanier making their pit stop in the Williams, Lawrence, and Cryptic. Let's see who has the better, as Quimulus getting a little bit of a jump there over everybody in the pit lane, as Alfredo picks up a 3-second time penalty in that Aston Martin underneath the bridge in that tricky section there. As we take a look at this battle at the front.
Went down a little bit in the pit lane, situation.
As we have a red flag. Oh, Alfredo retiring from
He's
the
out.
session.
Could this be the
Full
first
safety car.
It is the first safety car. That's Habs Van Nick is literally
Oh! Oh my word!
the entrance of the pit lane.
You have got to be kidding me. That's amazing for him.
I'm not sure he'll. Yeah, he won't come out. He'll come out third still, but he'll have the fresh tyres.
And
See-
his teammate as well. If his teammate, yes, indeed, his teammate does. So wow.
Wow, that's just what a break.
Yeah, it makes you wonder too if Salmon Mania is going to come in, because you could serve your 5-second penalty as well. I believe it's only drive-throughs
Yeah.
that you can't serve under.
He must stay out. I think Povey's going to pit here. I'm surprised. I thought maybe he'd pick for another set of mediums. Quimbless is going to box.
Nice
the hard
choice.
tyres.
Yeah, indeed, a good choice from Quimulus there.
Stanya is staying out. And everyone else is a bit too far behind. And actually, I'd imagine Captain Claptrap just pitted, didn't he? So I imagine he will stay out.
Yeah. Quimulus with the softs. Interesting choice
Wow.
there. Again,
First time we've seen this tyre in this race.
aside from Alfredo, who died, but yeah.
Oh, well, sorry. Or maybe that's a sign of things to come. Maybe the soft is the death tyre.
We'll get another safety car for Queasy to come in and put on the softs or something. But yeah, that's interesting choice. I mean, I guess with how spread out, no, the safety car is not going to be out for long because they're not too far spread out for the time being. So
Next lap, I'd imagine it will come back in. But AWS did tell us that there was a 200% chance of a safety car in this race, and we've got 100% of that so far.
Yeah.
So,
and
next one.
with the Cody's tax as well, I mean, it's very inevitable that we'll
Remember
get
in
the second
Britain,
one.
when the safety car broke the whole lobby?
Oh, why do you have to bring that up? I don't remember that. I have no idea what you're talking about. We raced last weekend?
No, neither do I.
I can't.
Oh no, it was a break week, wasn't it? It was break.
Yeah. Yep.
We're not allowed break weeks. They've killed us captive. We're not allowed breaks.
Yep. That's why we are expert analysts. This is us going on strike and being above average commentators rather than our extraordinary commentator selves. They have been holding us hostage up in a broadcast
helpless.
room, and it's just
We haven't seen light for months.
the only light we're getting is from our monitors and TVs or tellies, excuse me.
And even then, it's turned down.
Yeah.
We can barely see what's going on in the track. The darkness is very low.
Yeah, we're having to share our meals and hoard them. It's been
It's
something else.
Honestly, the working conditions.
But free Wi-Fi, so
Working
that's good, I guess.
Only when the race is on, then.
Yeah.
obviously, So we
Uh,
just stare at the walls all day.
is the safety car going to come in this lap? Maybe Columbulus and Simply Mango catching up to the back now, so it might come in. We saw okay. We also might get a red flag, but we saw the safety car come in like extremely late in Austria. Was it, or was it still Great Britain where it was like?
When it came in right at the end, it was Britain. Yeah, it was like Saharan.
Yeah.
Out, like, the disaster on it.
Yeah. So we
They're
might.
so bunched up. I'm so surprised no one's hit each other in the safety car. They keep on getting like so close to each other. It's incredible, really. We also, a few seasons back, we had to have safety car training because of all the incidents we had in the safety car. There was that. Oh,
There it is again. Oh man, yet again, and Cryptic is just gonna have to nearly make. Oh, we're seeing overtakes.
Oh, he spun! He spun!
Ah! People are overtaking. The Cryptic spun around. Oh, that's gonna put him right at the back too. Oh, what a sigh of relief from Lawrence there as Cryptic ends up dead last now, and we're getting overtakes
Well, yeah,
upon
just the
overtakes.
worst time to spin. Spinning in that situation, he's just going to put you dead last, and he had the perfect jump on Lawrence as well. He was pulling away, and then boom, around he goes. And Lawrence, the race winner already this season, has inherited a potential second race win.
As MJ Povey making a move on
Povey's coming.
Henius Lime.
He's coming.
Of course, we should note too, though, that MJ Povey does have a 5-second time penalty, right, for speeding in the pit lane, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So,
The front three have 0.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big ask. We do have a fair bit amount of laps left to go, just over a third of the way through of this race. So Povey might be able to do it, but old Povey, championship winning Povey, but this is coming out of retirement Povey. Indeed, it isn't.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah, this isn't. Wilshire's has got fresher medium tyres than the cars around him.
As we see,
I think it's
Cryptic again.
Wow, what a disastrous lap from Cryptic. And he's one of the people that really was looking to fight LC Fighter. It's been a disaster lap.
Yeah.
It was a breeze. From that, he regained the lead on the first lap, at the end of the first lap, and from then it's just been easy for him. But the safety car, he fought a nightmare.
Yeah, that's not good for Cryptic.
Oh, Stanius just missed the first corner.
And maybe this is just karma for winning England last time out, Great Britain Silverstone.
You can't be doing that. There was a curse race.
Yeah, it really was. So that might just be karma coming back. He made a deal with the devil, and this is the devil getting what he wants now, I guess. So, yeah, Cryptic 5 seconds down from Simply Mango. He's looking at potentially no points. Potentially no points. Man,
Yeah, you feel like he has a chance of catching up, but any damage the damage has been done in terms of the fighting for like proper points. You might be able to scuff a point or two. I feel like we haven't seen the last yellow flag in this race.
Yeah, that's very true, especially with everybody being bunched up yet again. Although I gotta say, it was clean racing barring lap 1. It was clean racing, aside from a couple of light taps as well.
Banging.
Yeah, but it's not looking good for Cryptic, and he was so dominant too, like you mentioned. I mean, once he got out of the reins of Lawrence, he just kind of managed his own race, and then that safety car came out, and it's kind of costed him, as we see Quimulus surprisingly on those softs. Oh, as someone spun around, Captain Clapjack there, and that's caught out Salmon Mania.
Wow, yeah, so Cryptic all of a sudden is...
And Quimulus!
To the points.
Quimulus!
Yeah,
Yes, you called it!
Cryptic to the points.
You called it!
The first lap of the race. Boom.
Well, man, I see why they let you keep the job of the broadcast role there, as...
Captain Clapjack speeding in the pit lane. I feel like in the last few races we've seen so many speeding in the pit lane. It's going to not brake. In Britain there's like 5, they've just forgotten how to brake.
Yeah, it's very surprising to see from these guys here. I mean, even MJ Povey, although again he hasn't raced in a while, so that might explain some of it. But yeah,
this is like ring rust.
Oh boy, as MJ Povey, looking at a podium on track, but post race with the penalties applied, probably not, as the battle for P1 is still close. Though it looks like
Weezy
Lawrence...
Pluto is looking faster than Habs at the moment. And Habs just fighting to keep in DRS range.
Yeah, Lawrence is very slowly eking away out of that DRS range, and he might possibly be out of it. Oh no! Oh no! That's gonna be... Oh yeah, wow.
Oh, he's been hit, he's been rear jog, he's been fucking killed. He just got rocket shipped by Salmon Mania.
Oh my! You can see Salmon Mania kind of...
He got murdered.
Oh boy.
Oh, Cryptic just disappeared.
Oh, yep. Oh, what's this?
My God.
What is... What's going... Ah! Dude, now Simply Mango spun around. Oh boy. Oh boy. That, yeah.
Screw that. We should just keep away from that one.
Okay.
That's what they're trying to do. Right, okay. Back to the fun.
Yes. Queasy Pluto, 3-second time penalty, which will be a sigh of relief to not only Hobbs Fan Nick, but also MJ Povey. That means that Povey just has to make up 2 seconds come the end of the race if he is able to get a move done on Queasy Pluto. But MJ Povey... Oh, wow. Queasy Pluto almost nearly...
Queasy hit him.
Oh!
Brutal.
Oh, no!
Hit him into the chicane, and Habs got a 5-second time penalty for it.
I'd imagine that Hobbs Fan Nick...
That could be
Yeah.
available. That'll be...
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna
Quick
say.
heels there.
Yeah. That's wow. That was quite a bump from Queasy Pluto. If he got to turn off his afterburners there, and it costed Hobbs Van Nick on track to pick up that 5-second penalty. But yeah, as you mentioned, most likely going to be able to get that appealed.
Everything's coming up Lawrence at the moment. He's just been handing people. They're just handing the win to him.
Yeah, no.
Even Codemasters are.
Nobody wants to win. It seems. Well, I shouldn't say that about Hobbs Van Nick because that mistake was nothing of his own doing. That was just from somebody else.
He just got slammed.
So it's Hobbs Van Nick, Lawrence looking for the win of this race, and I'd imagine too that Lawrence possibly knows that Hobbs Van Nick's going to be able to get that appealed as well. So yeah, and that gap, it I hate to say it, but that little tap has kind of boosted Hobbs Van Nick to get even closer to Lawrence.
Maybe it just punched a hole in his rear wing or something. It's got rapid DRS now.
Rapid DRS, some weight reduction while they're at it.
Coming to the side of death.
And who's going to get the better exit here? Lawrence would hope to, of course.
Yeah, Lawrence. Yeah.
Oh, wow. What an exit. But Nick's going to be able to fight back with that DRS.
Yeah, it's sort of just when the gaps kind of like when the English words don't come out good. When the gaps are like that, it's just all about just making sure you're still in the DRS range. Otherwise, if Habs dropped out of 1 second range, you could see something similar to what happened to Lawrence and Cryptic at the start of the race.
Yeah.
Where suddenly Lawrence is leading by like 3 seconds in the next few laps. So Habs just needs to by this time, he's got another time penalty for Captain Flapjack.
I like that. I like that nickname. And yeah, Hobbs Van Nick seems to be struggling. Maybe did he possibly pick up some kind of damage that we don't see, but the game is penalizing him?
It's Lima Bean and Cryptic's at the P7.
Lima Bean, is Lima Bean missing an end plate there? Indeed, Lima Bean is missing an end plate. And yeah, as you mentioned, Cryptic all the way up in a P7. And with Stanier having 3 seconds of time penalties, yeah, Cryptic just needs to take out 3 seconds of time, and that's going to be P6 for him. As Lima Bean struggling without this front wing here. As we know, this is a track that really depends on that downforce from these cars. So, yeah, I'd imagine maybe with 2 or 3 laps to go, you'd stick it out. But I don't know. If you're Lima Bean, do you keep pushing on? Because you're currently sitting P10. You have a gap, nearly almost a 10-second gap to P11. Do you just hang on for those points for these 4 final laps, or?
It's going down quite a fair bit. I'd say it'd be pretty close. It'd be only a matter of time for the Mango who gets to the back.
I mean, even with Mango catching up to him, he might. Mango's carrying a time penalty or 2, I can't exactly remember. And, well, Lima Bean answers my question. Indeed, he does head into the pits. And I believe that this is a shorter pit lane. Oh, my word. That's not going to help him, though.
Just everyone perhaps as close as he's ever been to Lawrence here. In fact, he's got a run and a half.
Oh, boy.
He's going to try and hang it on the outside here. This is side by side. Lawrence is going to have the racing line.
Oh!
Habs is just going to shove it in there. Little bang. He's got to make sure he's...
Oh, Queasy!
To cut.
Oh!
Out of nowhere, there's Queasy.
Hobbs Van Nick again having to take... Oh, this is disastrous for Hobbs Van Nick now.
Oh, Povey didn't quite get the move done, but that was just... Queasy just dive bomb, and he's going to look for the race lead now.
Wow. What a move without any kind of adjectives.
This race alive.
Oh, boy. Queasy Pluto. Forgetting to turn off the afterburners again.
Any 4 of them could win this race on track, but Lawrence is sitting pretty with no time penalty so far. But yellow in sector 2, I believe that is
Simply Mango?
one of the drivers on the track.
Oh, who goes off there? Hobbs Van Nick, what happened? Or MJ Povey? What's the contact?
Povey, you got a left inside, but Queasy Pluto is suddenly on the back. 2 attempts to Lawrence, and the DRS straight coming up soon.
Man, what? What a bummer. We missed out on what happened there between Povey and Hobbs Van Nick. That was.
I'm sure there'll be a way of finding out.
Oh yes, definitely.
They were both on the mid-off area. We'll know exactly what happened.
Stanier getting a.
Now it's down to Queasy Pluto to fight for the lead. He's got facing time mode, so it's looking like a tough task.
Oh man, this is gonna be something else here between these drivers. Oh boy, and Queasy looks so much more pacey than Lawrence, and we know that Queasy is a bit more aggressive on track than Lawrence, with Lawrence being a bit more aggressive off track, but
yes.
With the DRS, I don't think he's going to be able to.
Not using any battery though.
Yeah, he's saving it.
His time.
Oh boy, it's Hobbs Van Nick and Povey. Huge lockup from Povey.
They're going at it still. Unfortunately for both of them, they've dropped off the back of the leaders after their incident, or presumed incident, in turn 1. Povey's going to have DRS. Don't think he's going to quite be close enough. We have another yellow sector.
Cryptic!
3, and it's Cryptic F1. I think he might get away with it, in all honesty. Quimblus isn't quite close enough.
Oh, this is shaping up at the front here.
Change of leads here.
2 laps left to go in this race, or a lap and a half really left to go. DRS coming up here, bang now, getting that extra speed, turning on the afterburners.
He's got the run. He's going to launch into the outside yet again after. Oh, and he's got a chance here.
Oh.
Side by side, and that is a new race leader, Queasy Pluto.
Is Lawrence gonna fight back, especially with? Although we know that Queasy has
He needs to.
Queasy has a fair bit of battery too. With Lawrence, yeah.
With a time on it though, does he need to fight this? Can he just sit behind him? But he's going to he's obviously got the run here, and he's going to have a very realistic shot. Oh, just a bit dodgy there, and he's going to tentatively send it down on the inside.
Oh!
Wow, that could have essentially given Queasy the race.
Yes, but it hasn't yet.
Final lap, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Oh, it's shaping up. It is shaping up this final lap. Queasy getting a tremendous run through those first couple of turns on this lap, but crucially, Lawrence will have that DRS and that penalty, yes, for Queasy.
Just Lawrence doesn't have any warning, so he needs to make a
Queasy
mistake.
so far off track there.
If Queasy was to win this race, Lawrence would need to make a substantial mistake coming into the final 2 sectors.
He has the DRS open now, closing that gap, coming down. Not going to make a move here, but get ever so closer and threaten Queasy Pluto. And man, yeah, I'm really having a hard time telling if he just wants to stick to the back of Queasy or get an overtake done, because he seems dangerously close to Queasy for...
So much better.
Oh man.
Oh, Venus Line and Stanya are doing something. They're going side by side. That's a bit cautious there from Lime, actually.
Is Lawrence closing?
He wants to win this on the track. He wants to win this on the track, and Queasy's just going to send it in.
Who's going to get the better
He's
exit?
gonna win this
Queasy.
race on the track, but that doesn't matter.
Oh man.
Lawrence is going to win the race. Second race of the season he's won.
Oh, crucially too.
Come on, P3. But crucially, I'm not sure you've got to say it, if Habs gets that time penalty removed, he will move into P2.
That's what I was gonna say there. Yeah, he will jump up there with that. What we assumed was a penalty picked up by Hobbs Van Nick, caused by Queasy Pluto running him off the track with a a bit more aggressive love tap there as Salmon Mania is coming across now to the penultimate corner. One more turn, and he's going to cross the line and finish P9 as we wait for Captain Pancake, now Flapjack, coming around doing his thing. As
Pancake.
there's a little bit of a battle still going between Simply Mango. Oh, excuse me, Simply Mango indeed left. I forgot about that. And Simply Mango looking to put it around the inside is AI at least.
Yeah, AI is fighting. He got it. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Wow. So no red flags, thankfully, but still a eventful and penalty-loaded race as somebody irrelevant gets driver of the day.
I'm not sure about that one.
Me
We
oh
don't know
my.
what the championship's looking like because our coordinator / admin is just not doing the championship standings apparently.
Yep, we
So who
have.
knows what the championship standings are like.
Yeah, they look like something that only God himself knows. So maybe we can ask Queen Elizabeth to share a little bit of info for us. But congrats to Lawrence for winning this. For I could only imagine Queen Lizzie the second Izzy getting it done for her. R.I.P. Grandma. Congratulations, Lawrence, for that off-track win with penalties. What an interesting race. Yeah, go ahead there, Kim.
Sorry, yeah, I think Lawrence. I'm not convinced Lawrence has won a race on this season from first. I think he might have won. I'm not 100% sure. I might be lying. I might just be talking nonsense. I think he might have won Austria off track as well.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I know he's won one other race. That sounds right.
But like I said, I could just be chatting absolute nonsense.
Yeah,
In
that.
fact, I probably am.
So it comes to that point where we talk about driver of the day, and I'll go first because I'm smart this time, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Queasy Spinny Boy Pluto for going from dead last all the way up into P4. Although he was very aggressively elbows out and into others, so it's a questionable one, but it made it entertaining at least. So it was a drive, whether or not it was good. In a good way or good in a bad way. It's up to you to decide. But who was your driver of the day, Kim?
I'll go for Alfredo for bringing out the safety car. That really did help this race. The battle for the front. You did a good job. I messaged him saying, "Crash time." And he understood the message and just crashed into the wall. Cryptic obviously did just throw that one completely out of the way. He was like, "No, I don't want to win." Just spin it around. But yeah, otherwise, everyone being a bit more serious. I thought Povey's recovery was good, but he just throw it away apparently as soon as he got into the top four. As soon as he got into that battle.
He couldn't handle the pressure.
He's got rid of the ring rust now, so watch out for him in future weeks.
Yep. It's yet another race, thankfully without red flags. Yeah.
Maybe next week.
Yeah. We'll get a proper race without any kind of penalties, nothing like that.
Break week.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. Oh, we could go. We're free. We're free at last. Free at last.
Yes. God, this is so emotional. We're allowed.
Oh, I can't wait to remember what fresh air tastes and smells like.
The
But
one and only break week. Yeah, it's the one and only break week.
oh boy, finally, thankfully, it's come around. But oh, anything else that you need to say now for our lovely Kimbo stands out there, Kim?
Just get us trending on Twitter. #Kimbo.
I like it. I like it. Thank you guys for tuning in for yet another week. The rest of the league is going to be off, but I've been informed that PlayStation is going to be taking a break week this week, and they'll tackle Miami next week. So you have to watch it. I'm commentating. I'm commentating with LC Fighter is going to be, well, if he doesn't get arrested for throwing multiple flares on track in Monza, then he'll be joining me. But yes, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Have a good night. Buenas noches.
Bonjour.